Hello, and welcome to Data to Go, a video series created by NTT DATA's Data and Intelligence team. We'll be sharing insights in the world of data strategy, data modernization, business analytics, and intelligent automation. Join us over a cup of coffee as we explore the exciting world of data. For this episode, we'll be talking about NTT DATA's suite of Snowflake Native Apps, what these apps are, and why you should use them. Today, I'm here with Vinayak. Vinayak, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your experience?
Glad to be here. I'm Vinayak Shinde. I'm part of the NTT DATA's data and intelligence practice, and I head the innovation group out here in NTT DATA. As a part of the innovation group, our day-to-day job is to experiment and explore new features of the new cloud data platforms. We create new solutions, we create new accelerators, and we give our perspectives or our opinions on different platforms that are coming out in the market. As a part of that, we are currently exploring Snowflake Native Apps, and I'm really excited to talk about them at this forum.
Awesome, and thanks for joining us today. Just to start off, what is Snowflake and what are its capabilities?
Snowflake is a SaaS cloud data warehouse, also known as a data cloud. Snowflake's data cloud is powered by advanced data platform provided as a self-managed service. Snowflake enables data storage, processing, and analytical solutions which are performant, which gives a user a good experience, and are far more flexible than the traditional offerings. Snowflake Data Cloud hosts a variety of features, and they continue to innovate and enhance their customer experience. One of the ways they are enhancing the customer experience is by launching new features, and Snowflake Native App was one such feature that they launched at the Snowflake Summit in June 2023. NTT DATA is a Snowflake elite partner, and because we are elite partners, we get access to their private preview features. And using this private preview feature of Snowflake Native Apps, we have built 5 native apps which we launched along with Snowflake's launch of native apps as public preview during the Snowflake Summit.
You mentioned about Snowflake Native Apps. What are they and what is NTT doing with it?
So Snowflake Native Apps is a new delivery mechanism. What it means is either me as an individual or as an organization or anyone who has a certain expertise, he or she can package that expertise in form of a code, any data that goes with that code into a package, or which is nothing but a special database on Snowflake, and can share it with the other Snowflake account users, either through private sharing or through Snowflake Marketplace. Now, once you share your app with other users, the other users get to use that app, the data stays put, and the compute is on their account. The data doesn't flow out back to the provider account, and that is the way the consumer of that app is able to secure his or her data. The advantages for the provider is their IP or the logic that they have put in or packaged in form of app stays with them. It is never exposed to the end consumer. So it's like a win-win situation for both the provider and the consumer, where the provider will package its expertise in form of a code and data and share it with the consumer, who gets to use that expertise and that data without his data crossing or getting out of his account or his VPC. Those are native apps that have been launched during the summit of 2023.
Yeah, so this seems like it's absolutely a win-win for both NTT on our end and our consumers, like clients and partners. Moving on from this, I was hoping we could start talking about the apps themselves, starting with the Dark Data Discovery app. And I've heard this app's done very well with over 300 hits on the app and 300 plus downloads.
Yes, I mean, we are really overwhelmed with the response that we are getting from the Snowflake Marketplace. The numbers continue to grow. And as of today, we have more than 16,000 hits and more than 700 downloads. Now, coming to dark data, right? As the storage cost went down and as new and new compute mechanisms evolved in the data space, people started bringing more and more data and storing them into what we call as the data lakes or data lakehouse platforms. The idea was never throw out data, because data is oil, data is blood, data is new, has a lot of value, right? However, what happened during the course is some consumers started processing the data as it came in. Either they went into step 1, step 2, step 3, but they fail to use that data. Now, as the data has been kind of processed to different steps, obviously it kind of consumes your compute resource, which in turn means it's consuming your dollars. And if that data is never used, that turns into what we call as dark data. The dark data discovery app that we have helps you identify such dark data pockets, and it probably helps you to kind of limit your cost on such data by giving you a complete report on top of it.
So now that we understand what dark data is and what the dark data discovery app is, how are you planning to take it forward with the test automation app?
Great question. Before I kind of help you understand the linkage between the dark data discovery app and the test automation app, let me explain you about the test automation app itself. So test automation app, as the name suggests, helps you automate your test cases. There are a number of pre-built test cases within this app. All you have to do is link this app to your database, configure the test cases in terms of which tables to look and what are the threshold parameters and all those kind of things, and just execute them. So with this app, you can configure your test cases, you can schedule them, you can execute them over a period of time, and track trends over those things. This way, the heavy burden or heavy lifting of you writing test cases is taken off, and you get a complete picture or data quality picture of your ecosystem or your databases. Now, the way I'm trying to look at this test automation app and the dark data discovery app is, dark data discovery app will help you identify what dark data is in your system. Now, after identifying it, the purpose is not to get rid of dark data. The purpose is really to see how can that dark data be put to use. And our next releases of dark data discovery app are going to suggest the same, as to identify the dark data and verify as to what use cases can it be put to use. Once we identify the use cases, our test automation app will have the exact test suites created for testing the data quality of the dark data for the use case it has been identified. Once you ascertain the data quality, then you can rest assured that the dark data that you have identified is not really just dark data, but is a high quality data which can be further used down the analytics, either to boost your top line or improve your bottom line growth.
I get it, Vinayak. So first identify what your dark data is, identify what use case it can be put to use, and then identify it for that use case, the data quality is up to the mark or not, correct? So I'm guessing the next app that you are going to suggest is the accounts payable auditing app?
Absolutely. But that's just a possibility amongst thousands others. So the concept is about the accounts payable app is it really looks at the SAP data, specifically the procure to pay cycle data. It helps you link that data in a certain way wherein you can analyze that data and identify any duplicate payments that have been made on your behalf to your vendors. Duplicate payments globally are the highest leakages that occur in your procure to pay cycle, which at one survey rated at 0.5% of the total payments that are done are in duplicate payments. So the overall lineage that I'm trying to present is identify your dark data through dark data discovery app, ascertain the data quality. If the dark data is from the SAP systems, verify if it can be used to identify your duplicate payments, and then use a plethora of apps that we will be creating and we are creating right now to kind of put that app to use on this dark data and get value out of it, whereby you can increase your top line or kind of improve your bottom line. And that is where the whole app journey is going about.
So we've talked about 3 different apps so far, but I know we haven't discussed the most popular app that NTT's released, the one that's most talked about, most downloaded, that being the cost optimization app. Can you tell us a little bit about that and what kind of costs it's trying to save for customers?
Absolutely. We are saying the best for the last, right? So before we understand what cost optimization app for Snowflake does, let's understand the whole cloud journey. So with the advent of different cloud data warehouses, the organizations are in a rush to move to cloud. As a part of their move to cloud, they either choose a lift and shift strategy, optimize strategy, or innovate strategy. But most of the organizations that we have seen are using the lift and shift strategy, where they are taking their legacy ETS, legacy data, and just moving over to the new cloud data warehouse platforms like Snowflake. In an effort to do so, they carry over the old practices, which may not gel with the new platform, Thereby, it can cost leakages. The other place where we are seeing a lot of cost being incurred on the Snowflake platform is overall excitement about the platform, which means that there's more and more people want to get their hands dirty, and because of which there are certain resources that are overused and which causes cost overruns. Cost optimization app that we have developed for Snowflake is an app which will help you identify such cost leakages or cost overruns. It will help you identify the different data warehouses which are not being used but still are consuming cost. It will help you identify materialized views which are used once but are refreshed multiple times a day. It will help you identify the erroneously keyed in clustering keys which could be changed to the right clustering keys, and so on and so forth. This app not only helps you identify the cost leakages or cost overruns, but it also helps you remediate those cost leakages or overruns by providing recommendations right in their app. This helps customers save Snowflake credit, which in turn means saving dollars, and which in turn means increasing the stickiness to the platform. That's what the cost optimization app is all about.
So that's awesome. So also to clarify, these apps are all in the Snowflake Marketplace, right? How would consumers go about accessing them, and what are the costs?
Yes, all these apps that we have been talking about are available in the Snowflake Marketplace as a free trial listing. What that means is you can go search on NTT Data. You will see all these apps, meaning the cost optimization app, the dark data discovery app, SAP auditing app, and the test automation app. You can download them and use it for the free trial period of either 7 or 15 days. If you're satisfied and you think this is the right app, you can approach us through Snowflake Marketplace at nttdata.com, and we can sit together to identify the right commercials and how to kind of ensure that these apps are the right apps to benefit you in your business.
Well, thanks, Vinayak. So we know about the apps. So what's the road looking forward for the innovation group?
Certainly, we are excited about the love and overwhelming response that we have got from the Snowflake Marketplace. There's a whole plethora of apps that we are lining up on SAP processing, on Salesforce processing, and also enhancing the current apps with new features. I'm pretty excited about this journey. I'm looking forward for this new delivery mechanism, and I wish we continue to get the same support and response from the overall Snowflake Marketplace from our customers.
Awesome. Vinayak, thank you again so much for joining and sharing all of your expertise about Snowflake and the native apps that NTT has created. To all of our viewers, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to tune back in for our upcoming episodes for more data insights, sip by sip. Cheers.